Come.
Nothing.
Here we are. Hello, everybody. Hello, those people who are here right now, and those people that come back and look at the replay. Hello, replayers. We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie, and this is Violet Igor over here. And together we make the Mad Scientists.
She's
There we
mad.
are.
I'm the good one.
Oh, I'm the naughty one. Yeah. Certainly hope so. I've
Hi,
got my
Colleen.
reputation.
Hi, Liz. Hi, Anne. Hi, Lydia. Thank you all for being here. Spot on.
Well, I've got a few things to show you. Now,
Uh,
we've seen this one, and I've painted that one, and you've seen it, haven't you?
yes, the Solomon
Well,
video and the little mouse. Yes.
I can always paint him again. I know what I did with that. And then I thought I want some more things to go behind. So I've got a ladybird. That one's actually a little bit smaller, which is more the size I need, I think. But we'll see. And then I thought, well, I want to do a few more. I mean, a ladybird and a mouse. Yeah, it's not much. So let's have a look and see what else we can do. So I did him. There's a type of caterpillar, I believe, poking his head up over the edge of a leaf.
Hi,
Looks a
Mary.
bit. I loved that one. Lovely
do.
one. And then there's this weird thing that looks a bit like it's got a planetary system on its head. It is a real bug. Absolutely is a real.
Well, it looks like a cicada with a mutation.
I think it's called a rock hopper, might be.
Okay.
Or I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. I did have a look. But so I thought I could paint these. And for the nature journal, so I could paint them. This was no good her saying ooh, because it was all her idea. Paint these to go with the little mousey, so that I can put them in the nature journal as well. And I really like this one. It's so weird, and I do like the little dragon poking up over a leaf. So that's a good one. That. I mean, it's weird. Some of the shapes, some of these creatures.
So
some of them look like hairs bursting out of their bum. Sorry.
So the ideas for these is you actually found these online, right? These are actual bugs?
Real bugs, yes, real bugs. These are not fakes. I mean, I could always draw some fakes. These are real things. So you can see the sort of its tail or whatever they call it. It's carapace, whatever. It's called something. And there's the wing over the top. You can see it. And there are its eyes. And here are its legs. And it's sitting on this big leaf here. And I have no idea what this is. And I'm not entirely sure that anybody knows what it is. But there are quite a few photographs of this weird thing all over the place. So people are sort of going, ooh, and posting these photographs all over the place.
Hi, Mariah.
So I don't think this one looks enough like the photograph to be any problem at all. But I can also, this is a ladybird, so I can do that in those colours as well. So I'm not entirely sure about this particular bigger one. I need to rub some bits out and redo, but that's quite good, that one. A little bit better. So let's get some inks out and have a go. Where's my little instructione thing? Oh, goodness knows where my little instructione thing is. It could be absolutely anywhere. It's probably up here. No, that's something else. Well, there's one of them. And there's the other one right in front of me, looking everywhere, but it's right in front of me. So I can have a look at these and see which ones I want. I think some of these are still sticky. Look at that. I mean, I can lift it up.
Oh.
Still sticky. So I've got to get. So I've ordered some Spectrafix, but it's not come yet. So I don't know whether that will stop it from sticking or whether there's something else I could put over it. If anybody's got any ideas, because it's obviously still a little bit wet and tacky.
Wax.
So wax. I'd have to have a clear wax. I don't want to change the colour at all. The only waxes I've got are those gilding waxes.
Oh, no, I'm thinking beeswax.
Beeswax. Oh, I didn't think of beeswax. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, because that's a nature thing as well. That would be good.
I do come up with them on occasion.
On the books to show as well.
Sometimes it sticks. Hi, Paula. Hi, Kirsten.
So,
just give it a gentle rub over it.
I want those, and I want a 7. Number 7. Number 7. 7. I think I want a 14. It's nice having the little thing to choose which one.
Yesterday's stream was terrific. I mean, I left a comment. I was taking notes for PM's or for Patricia's thoughts about analyzing and
yeah, analyzing.
I wrote things down. I started a notebook just for PM Artist Studio. I need more thoughts. More thoughts, more notes. Bring it on, P.
16, isn't I? 16. And I'll probably also use the
if P's going
to be,
I'm going to be writing and learning.
Okay, now where have I put that oak gall nut thing, whatever it was? Ink. Oh, don't you dare. Let me get rid of these. They're the old tools from the other day. Then maybe I can see what I've done with the ink. The gall nut. If not, I've got 16, which is looking darkish. Oh, there it is. There we are. So I've got a definite dark. And I want a few little brushes.
Look what I've created. Look what I made. Look what I made. The holiday coming up. I made a little poster.
Yeah. I like that. I like the color combination of it.
It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I'm just being entertaining while you're gathering your... Maybe I'm being entertaining. I don't know.
26. I want 26 as a nice green in 26.
Would make a nice envelope, wouldn't it?
Be one of the cabbages, you know. Red cabbage and baking soda. Very nice green.
Da, 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 da. Ha,
so
Paula,
this is green.
Paula says, ha ha, my nosy husband again. Gall nuts? What are you girls up to now?
Well, this is oak gall ink, but there is gall nut powder. I'm not sure whether that's the same thing or a different thing.
Right over. Just went right over.
Might be, or might not.
I'll bring it back.
So, let me get a bit of...
Your sound is terrible, or my voice is terrible.
Oh, no, it's me. It's me. I haven't...
Oh, headphones. That's what we're... Yeah. What's wrong with me today? I don't know.
One moment where I plug in. I was so happy. There we go. Now then, let me
get right. Isn't that better?
And bend it back a bit so I can still see what I'm doing.
You only hear us once. No echo. Yay.
Ooh. Whoops. Did you see that? That was
look at what she did.
Yeah. Well,
she's arting abstractedly. Or
I think that one needed a bit more preservative in it. That one. I've got lots of ink to use on the paper now. Where's the thing?
Saucy? You think, Paula? You think? It's a nice color.
Well, no, it goes green.
Oh, the bottom is off camera. So when you get done moving everything all over the place, you adjust your camera.
I will.
Oh, look at that. You need a spoon. You need your pipette to suck it up and put it back in the bottle.
I don't know if I dare open the bottle. Let me just suck up as much as I can and put it in this palette, which I wasn't actually going to use, but yes. It just shows you. You may think that you've preserved things, but you might want to check. Add a bit more wintergreen or whatever it is you want to use as a preservative.
Why do you think that one didn't have enough or any?
Well, it doesn't actually say on it that I added any, so I might have forgotten.
Oh, I see.
It is entirely possible.
Nice color.
You wait, it'll change. But we want it to change because we don't want a blue. I'm doing a leaf, so I want a green.
Fix that camera.
Oh, sorry.
Nag, 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 nag.
Is that better?
Well, yeah. Because we're close. So
yeah, that's what we need. We need close.
We need to be close. So if it cuts off the bottom a little bit, it's not that bad. You're not missing anything down there.
Always move things up a bit.
So is it coming off purple and turning blue, or is that two different colors?
Turning green. Turning green. It's one color. It's turning green.
My goodness.
Just let me soak this up on the edge, which has gone on the other page, which I didn't want it to do.
So actually, by looking at the bottle, you can't really tell what color it's going to be.
That's the swatch, you see. So if that was number 26. So if I look at 26 down here, you can see what color it goes to. Now, that doesn't mean it will go that color this time, because after all, these inks are still alive in a way, aren't they? So they may change. They may be something different. So we just have to put up with whatever color it turns into.
That's
why you need to watch, to have some idea of what may happen. So these are all leaf. So we'll put some more here. And you can always add other colours on top. All leaf, up to there. Trouble is, he's green as well. It's pretty much the same colour as the leaf, but I'm going to change that. So, tough.
Layers.
Yeah, layers, and also artistic license.
And Colleen, like Colleen says, it depends on what papers it's been, it's going on too.
Yeah, this is a kind of cartridge paper. It's got a little bit of thickness to it. It's that watercolor artist stuff. The little pad. I haven't got the pad with me. It's off in a bag that I used to take up to play with at night. So I think I need to put something in this bottle, don't you? So what have we got here? We've got red thyme. I didn't say anything about putting red thyme in that. So what else have we got over here? We've got, oh good, wintergreen. That's a lot of people mention that, so I'm fairly sure about that. I only saw red thyme in one place. Let's see if I can open this without it frothing up again. Only just.
Miriam's question is, don't you need to put something to cut the process? And then she said, formal?
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
I'm not, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what formal is.
You mean?
I don't know what you mean about the process. I'm sorry.
Formaldehyde.
No, I wouldn't put formaldehyde in anything.
To cut cut the process of changing, or well, Colleen says it would make a good glaze, and we had talked about that before.
this stuff has obviously been fermenting because why else would it be all frothy? Yeah? So it's been fermenting. It shouldn't have been, it's naughty. But cabbage is inclined to do that, even though in this particular version I've got baking soda, not vinegar. I'm going to add a bit of gum arabic to it as well. Didn't mention that on the label either. Oh, I am so sorry. Coughing like a good one. I do like the smell of the wintergreen. It's certainly better than the smell of red cabbage. Can't open the dang bottle. Somebody open it for me.
Hey, I got one of those jar openers, those grippy thingies, and it works really nicely. Russ even used it.
This is one of those things we've got to press and turn, and then it will open. Only it doesn't. Oh, good, I've got it. Huh.
My blue bottle is like that. It's a pita. It's a pita. Because I struggle with opening things.
Ah, it's open. Hooray. Right.
And you didn't spill it. Hi, Diane. Hi, Trish.
Gum arabic in it. It's a binder, not a preservative, but if I haven't put the wintergreen in, then I probably haven't put the gum arabic in either. I think from now on, we'll try to be a bit more careful in opening bottles. Oops. Oh, dear. Look what happened. I've squeaked it.
It got wet.
Yeah. Watch it if it gets wet. I shall have to make another label now. So I've got that. What else have we got? We don't want number one. Number one. I got to try some number one. Got to rinse my doodah. I can't find my jar, so what I'll do, I'll put a bit of water into the palette down here, and then I can use that as rinsing. Just a drop. Don't need to waste lots. It's probably in front of me somewhere. Oh, and there's something I wanted to show you that I've been very naughty and bought. Even though I've made all these, I bought some. Pour a little tiny bit in here. So now I've got some colour in the palette. And I've got to clean the other two so that nothing gets infected with a different colour, because that can always make a difference. And then again, sometimes it might not. Sometimes the colours may actually change the way you would expect them, like a green on a yellow, and hey presto, you've got a different colour.
Yeah.
Or a yellow on a blue or something.
Yes, Anne, you have been missed. I hope you're doing okay. Or not. Paula says, or not. Come on, Fran.
Well, one or the other. One of them's got to be right. It all depends. It's so difficult to know because all these things are dependent on the pH of the water they've been drinking, the pH of the water you're using, on exactly how much baking soda you added, how healthy the plant was where it was grown. It could be so many different things, you know, you can't tell. So I'm going to use this on this one all the way, but I shall add some other colours later.
So in truth, if you're painting with these and you're wanting specific colors, you're not necessarily going. Yes, you can go. You have my permission, Paula. Yes. She has to go to the
Yeah, all right. I'll try not to say anything to you while you're gone.
okay. But yeah, if you're painting with these paints, these natural, what we hope are organic, no chemicals on the plants or anything, you don't know
There
what
is.
you're gonna get. So you never know. Squeeze and run, Paula. Squeeze and run.
I find it easier to squeeze and walk very carefully.
I waddle.
Yeah, sort of looks like that. One moment, please.
But I will say this, I like the colors that you've got laying down there.
Yeah, they look quite nice on their own, don't they? But I need to add some other colours, but I've got to wait for that one to dry. And unfortunately, I've got this damp thing here. It's
Hmm.
not going to help much. So I think I'm going to have to take things off here and see if I can replace that with a new sheet. So I remember where I took the old one from. Might be up there, yes. I was thinking also of trying this one, rose petals. Found them in a cupboard. Haven't used them for years. So maybe they'll be all right. Maybe they'll be absolutely terrible. You think I'd have learnt from the hibiscus issue? No, obviously not. Right, let's take this one off. Still, I'm going to have a nice bit of paper when it dries, aren't I? Yeah, nice big splodge. Fresh one.
Oh, I just noticed that the PM Artist Studio winners have been announced. Woohoo!
Oh,
Faster than a supermarket dash.
oh. So that one we can leave to dry, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a shot so that there's a chance I could turn the page over.
Hi,
Okay.
Tommy. Say hi to Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Hi.
He
Just
and
going to turn
Evie
the
are
sound.
painting. He and Evie are painting together. They'll be watching and lurking and painting. Congratulations to all the winners for the 6K giveaway. And congratulations for PM Artist Studio for reaching 6K. Plus, yeah, I think someone back up there, maybe Colleen or Miriam said something about using a paper towel to dauber it up. But you don't if you do that, you might lose some color too. So using the
And you also lose some of the texture you get from the pooling as well.
yeah.
I like that. I like that accidentalness of it.
Oh, Evie and Tommy are going to be trying out some new packing materials for. Are you playing on the gel plate, Evie? And for everyone who's playing the name tagging game, Mariah says the highlight name tagging doesn't work on a mobile, or at least it doesn't on iPhone. No, I was just being quiet and she was muted, Paula. Sound hasn't gone. I was just in Zen.
I'm sorry, I muted because it's not so loud when I'm listening to it with my headphones on because it I got headphones on there as a kind of damper. But when I take my headphones off and I have the dryer going, it's like, oh my goodness, that is loud.
Can you somehow pull that over to more center? You're over to the far left.
Hang on.
And yes, they're on the gel plate. Ooh, cool.
Just a minute. Let me move that out of the way as well. So I'm getting some more colours here.
Yes, you are. I watched you, and it's changing.
Yeah.
How?
I'm just guessing here. I've got no idea what's going to happen.
So
And I'm going to dry it.
that big streak down the side there, it's quite thick. You could see the halo around it. Well, on either side. Are you reactivating it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I wonder.
So I will now heat that and then I'll add some more green. Again. Please talk as much as you like.
Okay. Well, Paula says she just tried to print some parsley from her balcony. Total fail. And Mariah says, I hope you are feeling better, Evie. Yes, we all hope you are feeling better from your fall. Ooh, nice splotch. And Diane says she bounces around. Her spine doesn't let her stay in one position for more than 30 minutes. So if she disappears, that's why. Miriam, to have the name, just to tag anybody for whatever reason. It changes their name color. So if I want to make a comment specifically to you, I would put the @ sign and Art Curious. Whoops, I didn't do that well. There. And it will highlight. It doesn't highlight at my end, but it should highlight to you. It should be highlighted so that you see it, so it grabs your attention. I don't see it highlighted. But can you see it highlighted?
Wasn't it Mariah that said it doesn't work on a phone? I would be doing it on a phone. Oh, well, this a Kindle. Would the same apply? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's trial and error. Everybody get to tagging somebody and let's see if it works or not. There you go. See, it doesn't work. If you do the tag, you won't see the highlight, but the person you're tagging should see it highlighted if it works on their device. Hi, Uda. Fran, when you get a chance, head over to your group with the inks because Uda did a test with some syrup, maple syrup.
So lovely.
You want to see what she posted?
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, you need the whole name. Yes, it does it on almost like an autocorrect. You'll start typing the person's name and people will come up. So you have to do the @ sign, no space, Uda, no space.
But not on a phone. It doesn't work on a phone. Nothing comes up for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, and Diane did it, and I don't see it highlighted, so. You've got a rainbow of colors down there.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it all turns out.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 different colors down here now. Yes, let's see what happens, shall we?
So not an iPad.
There we go again.
Well, sometimes just seeing, even if it doesn't highlight it, if a person is watching chat and they see that @ sign before their name, they'll know that they've been tagged, even if it isn't highlighted. When we're in PM stream, the chat goes too fast for me. I'm paying attention to. Yeah, you have to put my whole name, Uda, Violet CMT. Auto suggest, not autocorrect. Auto suggest. Once you start typing my name, usually a list will come up, auto suggest of names, and mine will be in there, and you could just click on that or touch it. And I'm entertaining the masses over here, Fran, just so you know.
God, I still had the mute off and I tried shouting. Good.
I heard you.
Yeah. So I want to try a little bit of the blackberry vinegar. Trouble is, you've got something with baking soda down there. You want to try blackberry with vinegar? This may not work.
Oh, it's gonna, yeah.
Because the molecule will be there and it will be reacting on something else.
There you go, Uda. It highlights for me. Hi, Ricky. Colleen, I don't know about that. It's just I am on a computer, so when I go down to the emojis, I don't even grab a heart. I just do I type colon or not colon, less than and the number 3. And I type that in, and when it comes up, it's a heart. I used to play with, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I used to play with ASCII years ago when it was
ASCII.
ASCII.
ASCII, yes, like Arthur ASCII with a K. Only it's not spelled quite the same way.
Well, I like the way I say it. ASCII.
Well, you've got a C in there, you see.
Yeah, but the C sometimes is silent, like scientist.
Scientist? You sure?
So Paula says, okay, we need some entertainment. That's all right, Paula. So she says, slightly off subject. This morning, me and some colleagues did a 2-hour art workshop with teenagers, 12 years plus, deaf and nonverbal. The main point, stop talking and just show me. Astonishing kids. That would have been cool, Paula.
Yeah.
I bet you had fun. 2 hours of it. That's not enough time. You want the day. She said she learned Dutch Sign Language for shut up. I like the way I say it too, Miriam. It's ASCII typing. I used to, when I had a typewriter, I used to type out pictures using font, using different letters to create the image. It was good fun. So, Colleen, yours doesn't highlight.
So I'm trying to put some shadow in here. Whether it will work or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So, we will find out eventually.
Yeah, your head is blocking our view, but I know you'll. There you go. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
I was just putting some highlights around him. Doesn't really matter what color he is. Well, he'll change color overnight anyway. So let's talk away. Here we go.
Kirsten says, I like your priorities, Paula. Learn the essentials first. Yes, it does sound like fun. Miriam says, must talk about the test, did the drawings, and help to do in general for nonverbals. Oh, that was for Paula. Okay.
I wish there was a silent one of these and I could keep talking to you. Because
Oh,
I
that's
keep
all
wanting to
right.
say things. You
That's
go,
all right.
right.
We're all holding our own. Sometimes quiet is good.
Hmm. I found a piece of little piece there. You see that?
You'll have to be more specific. Okay.
See that little shiny crystal there?
You're
It's a
all
piece of gum arabic. Piece of gum arabic
okay.
that
I
fell
see it.
off the jar, and it fell onto there. It fell off the neck of the jar when I was struggling to open it, and it fell onto there. It's made a little shiny streak, so I've got to try and blend that in a little bit, which is what I'm going to do there.
It's just added texture.
Uh-huh.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Diamond. Paula says yes. They like it when Fran turns off her sound to dry.
Yeah.
That would
Well,
be her. That would be her deaf and nonverbal kids. Mm-hmm.
oh,
And it. See, you put the at sign there, and it catches the attention. It doesn't always have to be highlighted. It's not highlighted for you, Anne. So you must be on an iPad or something. Sometimes, Colleen, yes, you have to go out and come back in to see the true number to see an updated uh, thumbs up. And don't forget, if you do that, make sure you change back to live chat if you go out and come back in.
there we are. Now I'm going to have to use lac on my little buddy down here because that's the only red that's going to stay red that I've got at the moment. There is supposed to be one you can get with cochineal, and I think there are others as well, but it's harder and almost impossible in this country, so you have to buy them in. Like the cochineal, we don't have cochineal beetles here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very limited in their range.
Can you
So
bring your adorable fellow, your dragon uh, guy, over to the right towards your brayer off sheet and hold him and up so we can get the full effect of what you've done there? Not up closer to the camera, but forward towards your bottles. No, not up that way. Forward towards your bottles. There you go. That looks great. That looks great. Spot on. Colleen, I don't know if I could see the true number or not. I'm not going to refresh and at the moment, but the numbers that I have are 14. 17 have us up and 14 thumbs up. Right, Miriam? That's a wow. Do you remember the colors specifically that you'd use there, Fran?
Well, this is the red cabbage, the one that went frothy. That's red cabbage with baking soda. Please remember to put some preservative in it before it starts fizzing. Oh, bit of my brush.
Oh,
Where's my doodah?
where's your doodah?
Come on, doodah. Where's my doodah? Well, there's
step
me.
away just for a moment. I'll be out.
She'll be right back. Just got to try and pick this hair up. Come here, you stupid little hair. That's the trouble with brushes that shed. Got it. Oh, there we go. Gonna try and get this to meld in a bit here. So I want to add more colour there. And a bit more here. That got a bit blobby. To meld it in a bit more. But I like the variegation. It's like a variegated leaf, which is all to the good. So we'll give that a bit of a going. Now, that was, what's that one? I've just suddenly forgotten what I put there. I think it's paprika. No, it can't be. It's 17. That's what it is. There we are. It's raspberry, cranberry, and peach. And we didn't get much colour on the label. Let's put a bit more on the label. So it's quite red when it's layered, but it's sticky as well. So you've got a balance between those. But I'm going to put a bit more on these isolated areas where these I think are actually his feet. So that they've got very small little feet, but lots of them. So I've got to dry his head because otherwise I'm just going to be letting everything soak in. In fact, I want to soak that bit up there. Right, let's dry him. I'll leave the sound on while I do this. Sorry about that, but without a violet to entertain you, it's got to be just me. Sorry.
Well, I'm back. I had a delivery. I didn't want to.
Okay.
I'll press the. Noisy. So let's see. Which preservative? Miriam asks, which preservative? Soda. She says you need watercolor or mixed media paper. Too wet.
Soda is not the preservative; it's the modifier. It's an alkali, so it changes the color. That's why I put that in. But if you want a preservative, you want wintergreen oil, clove oil, and somebody mentioned red thyme oil, and there was one other, I can't remember. But any plant that has preservative properties, it will be continued in its oil. So if you've got look up herbs and things and see what has preservative properties. But wintergreen oil is a well-known one that quite a lot of people mention. And the clove is one that lots of people mention as well.
Oh, yeah.
So those two, I think, will be standard.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Whole clove will work. A whole clove.
Yeah, a whole clove, yeah. Or as I've been also got
the oil.
Clove oil, yeah.
Yeah.
I was running out of cloves.
He looks devilish. I'm just sad because his yeah, I know. Because his backside or the back end of him kind of blended in with the leaf and everything. Which is good, I suppose, or not so good.
His back end is down below the leaf.
Okay.
You can't see it at all. It's meant to be like that.
Okay. Are we going to do some vegetation on the gel plate today?
Yeah, I have got some ready.
Ooh, cool.
So, and I'm also just wanting to show you this. I am trying to make copper ink with this.
Nope. Is it dead bugs?
Starting. No, it's copper.
Oh, okay.
Copper and vinegar.
Okay. Oh, I
It's
didn't notice
beginning.
the liquid. Okay.
You see the bluish tint?
I do
That's
now,
that's
yes.
action is beginning. Takes some weeks to do though, so don't hold your breath. Black. I want black. Black. Black.
Won't it
So,
won't it help it work faster if you add some salt?
it might, yes, or even some um, hydrogen peroxide might make it better, faster as well. I'll have to find where I put that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to only work with a few colours, because that way you'll remember what thing you're working with, so you'll top it up with the right one. That will make a little mark there. So let's have a go with this.
And more room on your table because I'm afraid you're going to jerk your hand and hit your palette dish. I worry.
Yeah, possibly. Well, maybe if I put it up there and move the lac extract bottle out of the way. There you go.
Yeah. Miriam says salt and formaldehyde are the same.
No, they're not. Oh, I'm sorry, but I really don't think that's true. I don't put formaldehyde on my food. No, it's definitely not.
Well,
Yes, you were going to say yes. What?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I agree. Formaldehyde is you know what? I don't know. I know formaldehyde was used in cigarettes
Crikey.
and tobacco,
Good God.
wasn't it? Formaldehyde, something terrible like that.
There we go. So I think that's quite nice. Can't remember the other colours. But that's got to be dried first anyway, and I'll put some more layers on. Now, what I would do is I would put the one lot of colours on, move on to something else so that it's got a chance to dry. I may as well do the big one while I'm at it.
So they don't put formaldehyde in tobacco products, but it is produced when additives like sugar, sorbitol, guar gum, cellulose fibers, and carabin gum in the tobacco are burnt. So when you inhale the smoke, you're getting the formaldehyde. And it increases dependency on smoking.
Good Lord. Am I glad I gave up smoking?
Me too.
Many
It didn't work for me because I gave it up. It's been over 23 years now.
I don't think it's quite 23. It might be 20 for me. But yeah.
February 2nd, 2000 is when I quit.
Oh no, it was well before that for me. So it must be more than that then. No, it was more like oh no, wait a minute. I reckon it was probably around about 97, something like that.
Oh my goodness, longer than me. And you know, I grew up in a family of smokers, chain smokers, everybody, aunts, uncles, mom, dad, and in the wintertime the house is closed up. So I mean, you could walk in our house and it was when you quit smoking, you everything, it all smells like an ashtray. and an ashtray is nasty. It was very easy for me to give up meat because I would convince myself that I didn't like the taste of meat, and I still can't eat beef. And the same went with smoking. It was, well, first of all, I was on the run, so, and I was homeless, so couldn't afford cigarettes. I knew that was coming, so I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah says it's been about 6 years and 9 months for her. Way to go, Mariah. Kristen said she gave it up about 5 years ago. Oh, hi, Brad. I think Russ is 10 or 11 years smoke free.
Right, gotta make a noise again.
Okay. Somewhere around there. 10 or 11 years, I think, maybe longer. It's after, I think he's quit smoking after we moved here, and we've been here just 8 years, so it can't be 10, 11 years. But yeah, I grew up in a family where everyone smoked. So I secondhand smoke all my life. And when I started smoking, my parents never noticed because I would sneak it. They didn't smell it on me because they smelled it everywhere. You could draw a village down in the green area of your dragon worm. You could draw a village down there like he's looking over, towering over a village. Ha ha ha. Brad says, "Hola, chat. Hi, F and V. See, you're F, I'm V. Did you know that?"
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Hiya, B.
Hi, F. You wanted an F.
Oh, very true. Ha ha. Everything's got labels, thingies on. Now, I want to use some of the gall nut. Sorry, not gall nut. Oak gall.
When you say that, Paula's husband's ears perk up.
Well, I don't know. I've got gall nut, and it's a different colour. It's a brownie colour. But then again, you don't know what these extracts are going to do when they're dry.
Thank you, everyone. We are now 17 watching and 17 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you, Diane, and everyone else who mentioned that. Y'all are so kind.
I must just check the rest of the colour on him. I've got my phone here, and I've got the gallery, and I'll have a look.
I hate to say it, but you're down at the very bottom of the screen, and I know you're limited on room. I don't know how you can fix that. Pull your camera away rather than try to adjust your paper, because you're limited on room.
That's the end of the paper. There.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't think there is a bright red. Unless cochineal does that.
I'm saving up mandarin peels, and I'm gonna boil them up.
That could give you a lovely orange.
Yep. And didn't you say avocado gets red?
Avocado gives you a brown. Where was my avocado? Avocado. I don't know which one is avocado. I think it's is it number 8? I've got so many little bottles of avocado all over the place. Oh, that's cherry.
I'm munching on croutons, seasoned croutons. If anybody hears me chomping over here, I apologize. I'm hungry. It's avocado is not violet. It's not green. I thought she said it was a reddish avocado cooked with
Pinky brown.
Yeah.
That's with baking soda.
Yeah, but when it dries.
Oh, that's avocado. Pure.
Yeah, show me your swatch paper. That's what I...
These are 33 and 34. They're not on it. Haven't done. And this is what you get when you really concentrate the avocado by burning them in the pan. I didn't mean to burn them in the pan, and I didn't quite burn all of them. Just one or two at the bottom of the pan. But that's a pinky brown. That's just more intense. That's all. But it's definitely brown. I mean, it looks pinky on the screen when I look at the screen, but looking in real life, it's brown. So, painting my little bug. I'm not that great a painter anyway, so let's go for the child in me.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Accept the flaws and say tough.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what comes to mind, Mariah, is because I've got some avocado dyed papers and they are pink. They're more.
You want pink? There you go. That's the filter paper from the avocado.
Right. That's it right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the same color. It's just that it's showing up a bit differently there than it did there.
Yep.
Different papers, different effect, like they say. I do like this paintbrush, though, because it holds quite a bit of ink.
And I love when Easter rolls around, I can go to the dollar store and get some of the egg dye little tablets, and I use those to dye papers too. Diane said, I don't know if it's the weather or what, but my transfers have been coming out very strange lately, partial prints, so I have to come up with fill-in ideas. I'm going to try the stacked layer printing technique, but I'm afraid it'll all come out pink. Ooh.
Learn to love pink, I guess.
And this is the oak gall.
This is the oak gall. It's a bluey black. I quite like it.
That's what I'm noticing, yeah.
I'm not painting this bit because I want to correct it. I don't think it's quite right. If you see in this one, that area is a lot smaller. It's more like half the size of this piece. So I want to correct that. I've just been too busy drawing dragon caterpillars.
I still haven't found my new brush set. Frustrated with myself.
Now I've got to do these marks on here. This is the dark one. It's almost like a sort of clover leaf, this shape.
Abby wants to know if your dragon bug over there, does it spit fire?
No, it's caterpillar.
Oh, way to go, Ricky. Her husband just called and asked if she wanted to go out to lunch. You don't get that offer every day. Bye.
Mm.
Enjoy.
Bye bye. Right, I'm going to leave him and work a little. Well, actually, I just want to add a bit more. This is dry, so I can add a bit more here now. Make it more intensely black. Got to be careful not to overrun the area though. So now do similar with this. That's a white spot. That's a shine. So I'm going to have to blend that in with the red if I can. It's not the best of reds. But there we are.
Carmichael, Candy. Hi, Candy, by the way.
Isn't it 2 words?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm a looking.
Klein Carmichael. Cline Carmichael.
Yep. But that's on Facebook. That isn't necessarily what you have to. If you were sending her something, if you were writing out her mailing address, you wouldn't have to put that in there. You just need Patricia Carmichael.
Oh, what a shame.
I think. I mean, you could just put her last name and the address and it'll get to her.
Probably.
Yep, Candy. Carmichael. Yep, that's it. You've got it.
I'm sorry this is taking a little while, but I'm quite enjoying it. I'm sure it's boring as anything to others. We'll do some grass in a minute, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yep,
Really
give us a minute and we'll
upset.
throw some vegetation down on the gel plate. That'll be
Yep.
entertaining.
That'll be a bit more thrilling.
Oh, she said that she got the Art Quilting Studio Summer Edition and it has wonderful spring flowers done with fabric and are great inspiration for collage.
Mm.
What was I? You know what? I can dream a crochet pattern in my head and then when I wake up I could sit here and create it. It's
Oh.
just like that. It's not a problem and it comes out the way I want it to. Um, I can dream a piece of artwork or a collage or something else that I want to do, and I sit down to do it and can't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Well, the thing is I've got over 40 years of experience learning crochet, doing crochet, and learning the stitches and the variations, and you know what, and manipulating the fiber and the threads or the yarn or whatever it is, I rope, whatever I crochet with. I'll pick up anything, fabric, wire, whatever. But I don't have that many years with doing this sort of artwork with gel plates or sketching. I've done, and that's a eye hand coordination thing for me too. But the painting and putting it where I want it, or even the gel plate, I have a vision and getting it all down right. It comes out great in my dreams.
Yeah, a lot of my artwork's like that. It's fine in dreams, not good actually in practice. Right, I'm going to move these out the way because we're going to do something more thrilling.
Oh, Mariah and Brad are out and about mailing the giveaways out and the orders. Way to go. Just like that. You win, you get your prize ASAP. And Trish says, for those who don't know, her brother Tommy has impaired cognition. He is 57 with the mind of a 12-year-old. Evie has much patience in teaching him gel plating. He has surprised us all. And I agree because I have that from Tommy. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's lovely.
Yep. He made me a postcard. It's Easter egg.
Beautiful.
I keep it right there. Ah, Eddie has to wait and Margelle has to wait. Mariah's up to something. Mm-hmm. And Evie's a great teacher because she knows art. And what she doesn't know, she'll learn. She's she she's got it. So yeah, you listen to her, Tommy. I think you need to catch up, Paula. You lag. You're lagging.
I've got a pull to show. We'll put this away to dry naturally. And we'll have a look at that pull, and I will move everything up in just a moment.
Okay.
And I'll remove that as well. Uh-oh, dropped something. I believe you can reuse these by adding some more water if they dry in the palette. I believe.
You could also use your pipette to put them back in the bottle.
If I can remember which was which bottle, which I didn't label them, so I can't. Oh well, never mind.
Surprise!
Something else. Yeah, it certainly would be.
Hold on, everyone. We're getting there.
Yeah,
Oh,
just,
20 thumbs
I
up.
wanted to show you what I got. That was what I wanted to show you. Yes. Let me just show you this box. It didn't come in this tin. I've just put it all in this tin. It came in a bigger box with a load of this stuff, which I'm going to use to print with. So pop those in there, away.
Looks like a bird's nest.
It does, doesn't it? It's just sort of paper, shredded paper. Obviously brown paper. going to show you this first. We'll do the pull in a moment.
Ooh.
This is lovely. This is wonderful. This is just incredible. And look at these lovely boxes and pins they came in as well.
Let me ask you, do you have all your lights on today?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shadow off to the left. It's kind of dark over there. I wonder why.
Oh.
Tip your lid over because the glare is coming back at me. There you go. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're good.
Okay. So this is just sweet. This little item. Real leather. Beautifully dyed. Beautiful colour. With this sweet little bound signatures in here, look. Isn't that sweet? And a little clip as well. Hee. Isn't that nice?
I
chose this blue leather one because I just like the colour of the blue. I think you can get one in another colour. Well, I know you can get one in another colour, but I can't remember the colour. So it arrived, and I've got in here a lovely assortment of inks. So I've got Iron Buckeye, I've got British Walnut and Iron, I've got Horse Chestnut, Black Walnut, Sweet Chestnut, and can't read this one, just a minute. I've got to get it out to read it. Holm Oak Acorn Grey. HOLME, Holm Oak Acorn Grey. That's all from Bohemian Raspberry Art. She's making inks in the UK, so I thought this was a good idea to see what I should be making, so that I can try some of these colours and see what they should produce. There's that one, and then we've got this one, and this one comes with a colour swatch. Look at those. Aren't they lovely? Now these are Madder Lake. That's a lake pigment. I mean, I haven't understood properly how to make a lake pigment yet, but isn't that nice?
You need to go live with her for a while.
Yeah. Daffodil Gold. Look at that lovely colour. Look at them. Beautiful. So that's the Madder Lake, that's the Daffodil Gold. And this one won't come out. This is Shamrock. I would assume it's that green. I've no idea what she used to make Shamrock. I would prefer to know what she used so I could go and try and find some. Because she might have just used shamrocks. Maybe she's in Ireland and that's what they've got. Maybe. And then we've got Royal Purple Logwood. So it's that one. And then this one is Raven Master, which is that one. I presume that's oak gall. And this one in this corner.
She found a dead raven and she squeezed the life out of it.
I hope not. Not if it was dead. She squeezed the ink out of it, maybe. But
out of it? Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
This, she's called British Blue, and I'll bet you anything you like. That's woad. What else could be British Blue?
So the ingredients are not on the bottle.
No, there's the name. Sometimes the name is telling you what's in there, and sometimes it isn't.
It isn't, yeah.
I wonder if she does classes. I shall have to ask her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So what's in this one? I think this one doesn't have a swatch. No. And this one's got verdigris, which I believe is copper. It should be, if I'm right. Should be copper. Looks like copper. It's got that sort of coppery tint that I can see. You can't see it, but I can see a glint of copper colour, the blue, on the glass as I shake it. So that's probably what that was made with. This one is frosted privet blue. Does she mean that the privet was actually taken when there was frost on it? I wonder. Intriguing. And this one is Whin Green, Whin, Whin. That means something, Whin, because you can get Whin berries, and I can't remember what it is. Might be privet, don't know, but I'll have to look that up somewhere. And this is Stax Iron Gall and Indigo. Stax Iron Gall and Indigo. Really? Or is it Starks? Might be Starks. I can't quite see. These letters are tiny. Absolutely tiny.
Well, did you order this from her?
Yeah, I did.
Online. Oh, wow.
Yep.
So if you go back online and look at that particular one, you could probably read the letters better.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I just like them, but they're so tiny. Look at the size of them compared with my bottles. I mean, my bottles are... I thought my bottles were tiny. But
well, keep in mind that...
He's probably reduced them down a lot as well, but yes.
Yeah, concentrated them, yeah.
And it turns out... Just a minute, what's this one? Amina. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. It's been mentioned in dyers, so, you know, offering you Amina extract. I have no idea what it is. But I didn't realise when I used the dried buddleia that actually ink makers use dried buddleia, and they make a wonderful colour. I'm thinking, what went wrong? What went wrong when I did it? I mean, looks like a whiskey from here.
You missed a step, huh?
I must have, yeah. And then there's this other little lovely tin. Somebody smokes. Erin Moor Flake. It must be in Ireland. So we've got buckthorn leaf green. We've got iron buckeye. No idea what that is. Coreopsis amber. Lovely. See, there are different sets she's got on her line. I think this was the autumn set. Honey locust pod. You can see what colour that is. A bit of it dribbled out.
And that's a different bottle.
Yeah, it's got an eyedropper.
Yeah.
But there are also droppers that come with this set, with all this lot. She gave me extras. She gave me...
Same as me, Paula. I've made... Oh, yeah. Are they glass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
That's buckeye, just buckeye. So that's interesting. Quite a bit of buckeye in there.
I've made fabric dolls and clothes for them with no patterns. I just draw it out and decide what I want, Paula. Sorry, Fran.
Camel indigo and gorse and indigo. I don't know what difference that makes, but these were freebies, these ones. I wasn't expecting those at all.
Don't spill it. Don't spill it. Ooh, that looks red. Looks blood red.
Really? No, it's bright blue.
You moved your hand. Sorry.
Blue.
Yep. It was probably reflecting off the whiskey.
And this is gorse and indigo. That's green. In the bottle, top of the bottle, it's green. Lovely. I'm going to have fun with these. And I also, with this, got this, which is another little set of bottles. I've got bottles all over the place. And there is in this Tenebrous Iron Gall. Don't ask. Japanese Indigo and Salvadorian Indigo. So there's a lot of blues here. Ooh, that is fun. So this is the Salvadorian Indigo.
Oh, it's
delicate.
Yeah.
And this is the Japanese Indigo.
Yes, ma'am. She really is a mad scientist. She tones it down for you guys, but she has that hysterical laugh. When it pops up, we know she's happy. She's quite mad. We all, the best of us all are, right? Isn't that how?
So that's a nice dark one, that one. So those three were part of the set with this. And it came also with a little paintbrush.
Oh.
And I think this is so fun. A handmade pencil made.
Oh.
Isn't that wonderful? Oh, it's gorgeous. I can't believe it. How did she do that? I want to know, how did she do that in a twig? Or how did whoever made it for her do it? Oh, it's just brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. I love it all.
A little bitty tiny long drill bit.
It must be. But how do you make sure that the thing stays in there? You must put some glue or something in there.
Magic.
Magic. It's magic. I just thought it was really nice that it all fitted in this old green and blacks tin that my husband ate the chocolate of so as to help me out. Wasn't that kind of him?
Hi, Rhonda.
I put it for Christmas, actually. Green and Black's Organic Winter Collection. So there you go.
You're coming to the fun part, Rhonda. She's going to pull out her gel plate and throw down some vegetation.
I am. I'm going to take this one first and pull what's there so that we can see.
Yep. Fix that camera.
I'm just, sorry. Wiping that. Now, this is the one that we had left. We pulled that one, and we had the other one next to it left, which was some more sort of oranges. Yes, sort of quinacridone Nicoloso gold. And a bit of the
plate doctor.
Yep.
Abby said she told Tommy he's getting a fan base, and he said, cool. And then she asked if that is, and he said, no.
There you go. So that's not too bad at all, is it?
That isn't. Yeah.
Quite none. They both have funny. I mean, this one had the surrounding mask or stencil or whatever that was part of the, this was cut out of it, and that was the shape that was left. So I put that one inside.
Yep.
This one is just the cutout of the one where I fixed the hat and added bits to the wand and all that. But they both got this hazing around them, so they both look as if they're sort of isolated by light in a fog, almost. I think that's marvellous. I really like that. So let's go on and do some interesting stuff with a gel plate. We'll try with this one.
You want to flip it and show the first one?
Oh, okay. The first one, yeah.
Go ahead. That's the first one for those who missed it.
That's why there are little traces of the green and so forth in there, because it's left from there, you see. Yeah. Right by his nose, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. So, it's me hoping I've got some papers. There we have some, and we've got some of that. Yes, that's good. Okay, so let's try with a bit of this. But I've also got these nice pieces here.
Nice, seasoned, clean plate.
Now, I'll probably be doing a little bit more deliberateness on this one than I've done before because I picked things like heuchera, which are lovely shapes and beautiful red things. I want to try some ink with these as well. So I'm hoping they're going to grow quite a bit and produce more and more leaves so I can harvest them.
That's not a brand new plate, is it, Fran?
Yeah, it's one of the new ones.
Is it one of the new ones? Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
I thought it was the big one. The camera angle is off.
Get a one. You want me to get a bigger one? I can. It's only an 8 by 10.
Yeah, get the bigger one.
Okay, I'll do that then. Not far. Taking my
When you work
headphones
with
off.
vegetation, I like it when you do it on the bigger ones.
As well. So I've got some grasses. Oh, hang on.
Well,
I've got some grasses, as you can see. Can't see.
oh, that's very nice.
So, heuchera. I've got some tansy. That's what that is. I have no idea what this is, but it's a weed growing in my garden with little tiny yellow flowers. So it's quite nice shaped leaves. And as I say, I've got quite a few grasses, different types. So I've got these types with nice little heads. And I've got one of my favourite plants, which is groundsel, because I remember feeding this to my little hamster and guinea pig when I was,
Sorry about
4, 3, something like that. Oh, I shouldn't have let that get on there. Dear me. I meant to clip that bit off the root. Mucky. No. Because I like these little bubble flowers that you get on groundsel. You've probably got another name for it in America. But that's what I've always called it. Very frondy, and he used to really like that. Yeah, tucked into it.
Rhonda says, is that yellow one a dandelion, maybe?
No. Much too small to be a dandelion.
Yeah.
Dandelion would be this big.
Yeah.
I've got dog
Didn't know
on
it
it
was
for it.
shriveled out.
No, it starts like that is the full size of it. It might have a couple more petals. It might have dropped a couple of petals, but that's the size of it. You can see. Whereas a dandelion is more like this size.
Yeah.
In comparison. And I've got this thing. I've got no idea what it is. Absolutely none whatsoever. What is that? That is odd thing. And I've got to cut this end off because it's just in the way. I can't get it on the plate anyway.
It's not
and of course,
chicory?
grass blades. Pardon? No, I have no chicory.
No.
I drew and painted chicory one time over a few hours, so I would remember that. I just like these grasses because some of them have got this sort of purpliness to them. Of course, that's not going to make any difference when you're printing. But I just
I
think
don't
that's
think it
interesting.
was a buttercup, Julie.
No, buttercup is only on the ground. It's not up in the air. This is about that tall from the ground. Here, this is my desk. It goes right down to the ground. It's about that tall, maybe a bit less tall as my desk. But no, buttercup is on the ground, and I think the buttercup leaves are a bit rounder as well.
Right, Rhonda?
I'll have to look it up in a wildflower or herbal or whatever book and try and find out what it is. I just haven't yet. It might turn out to be deadly something or other.
Woo!
Well, I like the tansy. The tansies is one of my favourite. Oh, it's got a beautiful smell, the tansy. I love tansy. I think you might be able to dye with it, but then I think anything that I like the smell of is going to give me some dye. I don't know. I'll have to find out. Lovely yellow flowers on a tansy when they come out. So we'll put some colour down and see what we get. So first, remove my cup.
There you go, Rhonda. She saved it.
And then put these to one side so that we've got room to brayer off. There we go, and I'll remove these implements as well. Grab a brayer, and we'll think about what colour ink. I want to put that ink. Sorry, I've still got my brain on inks. No, I want black or Payne's grey or Prussian.
Okay, Trish. We look
by the way, I meant to show this. Look at this. Got this from the local. From a local. I said, "Can I have a bit as a test sheet?" So he said, "Sure," and he cuts them off for me. I went, "Oh, lovely. I'm going to cover a journal with that." I didn't tell him that. But when I got home and I told Ian about it and showed it to him, he said, "You can put that in this. That'll look nicer in this room than the one we've got now." I thought,
I agree. I love that.
It's beautiful. It's silver on this sort of tealy bluey mix. It doesn't show. Come here.
We were talking about Tyvek the other day for stencils. Now, it's expensive for me because I'd have to make it worthwhile. I'd want to buy a roll, and a roll is just out of my budget. But we passed. Someone said if you see a construction site where they use Tyvek to put on the houses, stop and ask them if you can have some of the scraps. When we were out and about last weekend, we passed 2 homes that were being worked on that had Tyvek on them, and I wanted to pull in there and get some and see if I could get some, but it was a Saturday and there was no one there working. It was,
go back on a weekday.
Yeah, it was out in the country, way out in the country, about 40 minutes from here, and it was like, no. But when I tell Russ these things, hopefully he keeps his ears open and eyes open for things like that. You never know.
Good luck.
Yeah. He went up to Michigan this morning. Wow.
And I think I need a bit of this as well.
Heavy
darken it with a bit of Payne's grey.
Look at it go away. Gotta move fast with that selling with that.
I don't think I've even got any rice paper ready. Not rice paper. It's other stuff. Don't want the whole thing on. Just a little bit. There's a nice different sort of grass there on the weird thing. There was a nice bit of grass there, but it fell off on the floor.
Yep, it sure did.
Needs to be shorter. So, and some of that funny packing stuff.
That's funny. Diane used to have pigs. I used to raise miniature pygmy goats, and I raised and bred them, and I named them after family members.
Oh yeah. Were they appreciative of that? The goats, I mean.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said, were they appreciative of that? The goats, I mean.
Oh, they didn't care. I used to be able to whistle. You know the Heidi Mountain song whistle when Heidi's whistling with her grandpa, the mountain
Oh
song.
yeah.
I used to whistle. I can't do it now. My lips are older, but I used to whistle that. I just step outside and whistle that, and they'd all come running.
Your lips are old enough. You just forgotten the tune. That's all.
Oh no! I know the tune. It's just that it's a dry day.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no oof coming out of there. Russ could whistle better than me right now, or you. And
I don't think so.
yeah, I got nothing.
No, I can't.
Well, that's more than I'm doing.
Trying to get some more intense from here. Something from here. Might be better with a bit less of it.
That
Anyway,
looks
that's
good.
enough for now. Let's see what we got. And that. That's quite nice, actually, just as a print. I will cut that off so I can have the other piece of paper.
Sometimes you need to do some of these pull-offs with used tissue sheets
Maybe, yeah.
and do layers.
One down on the floor. Have the other one ready under there. And start taking these off. Certainly getting some sort of pattern going on there. I don't say it's anything wonderful. I think it's better, for me anyway, when things get a bit more random.
Yeah, just throw it down. Don't be so deliberate.
Yeah. Well,
Throw it down
I'm
and
much
get
too
fixed.
deliberate. I wanted to. Oh, look, we've got some of the petals staying there. Have to get those off, I'm afraid. And these two little bits of dried paper or grass or whatever it was, and a couple of hairs. I swear that's a hair. Why won't it come off? That's better. Got it now. Right. And now we'll try something on the other plate while this one dries a bit. I've got the other one out as well. So we'll do a bit more randomy on this one.
We've got you guys talk about pollen. We've got going on this past week high ozone levels, so I've limited my time outside, and we've got cottonwood flying everywhere.
Gosh. What is cottonwood?
You ever seen a cottonwood tree?
No.
It spits. Well, you should.
Sorry.
It spits out little. If you've seen a dandelion go to fluff,
Yeah.
it's like that. It spits out little balls of fluff like that, and they just fly through the air. I mean, it's like it's snowing outside sometimes.
Got bits on my brayer now. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the only trouble with using live stuff is you could end up with a beetle crawling around on there. I think that's a baddie. There.
Paula says her YouTube is going weird. You now sound like you're on laughing gas. Go
Oh.
ahead and make some weird sounds and really mess with her. Hey, Paula.
A good bit of that. Gosh, there's hairs all over this one. What has it been doing?
And so it'll be about 20 minutes before she even hears what we just said.
Oh.
So just get random. Just throw it down.
Trying to pick up these hairs. They make such a mess sometimes.
My neighbor went out and purchased plants for her little garden area a number of weeks ago, and they've been sitting in the pots next to the garden area where she's going to put them. And they're hostas and ferns, which I love the ferns. And I've been watching them, and I'm just like, I'm going to go get them. I'm going to go get them and water them and take care of them because she works so much and her husband works so much. And it's like, they really need to get put in the ground and watered in between or whatever. And I looked out the other day and she had got some of them, not all of them, but some of them planted. It's like, okay, let's spread a little bit and then I'm going to go snitch some. I love rosemary, Kirsten. I have a small plant on my kitchen windowsill.
That's something I could do with some rosemary.
Oh, I love rosemary.
Herbs. I used to have lots of herbs in Devon, loads of them.
So I've grown them elsewhere, but not here so much. Not really a good area to grow things like that. I have sage out the front door that's going crazy. It's all in bloom right now. And then we've got basil pesto basil growing in the back. Well, that's nice. That's got some.
That's not too bad at all.
Yeah, it's got some nice weirdness on it. Of rosemary, Evie, mine is probably about 8 or 9 inches tall. So I don't know. Maybe it would be. I need to put it in a bigger pot now. Get it off the windowsill and put it in a bigger pot. But Russ laughs at me because I'll go through the herb department at the nursery, and I'll just squeeze plants and rub it on my neck.
Yeah.
So I can continue to smell it. It wafts up into my nose. It's like that's my sort of perfume.
Yeah.
Rosemary and sage and.
That's why I like the smell of the tansy. It's a beautiful smell, the tansy.
Yeah. And I love Italian food. So, yeah, to smell like an Italian food dish, I can live with that. Oh, I'll take a picture, Evie. You have to see my sage. This is the third year. I planted it and it's come back. This is the third year, and usually I harvest it before it goes to flower.
I'll take you on a little trip around the garden, Violet.
Oh, that would be great. We haven't done that in a while.
You should see my sage. It's huge. I'm going to have to cut it back because it's swamping a dear little verbascum that's underneath it.
And I went and looked earlier about how to divide sage, and I guess you can dig it up and divide it but you need to do it in the spring, early spring, before it really develops any growth.
So now we've got another one.
That
And
one.
we've got some more of those little thingies.
Now put down Plague Doctor.
Yeah. Very likely.
I can't bear to plant my rosemary outside. I'm I want it in the house where I can touch it and smell it all the time. Hi, Bethy. Miriam says very soon she's going to have a 12 by 12 plate.
Oh, you will love that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lovely size, that one. Oh, that's nice. Look at that lovely tansy there. Looking good. And I've got a funny sort of oval over there that I don't know what it could turn into. That's nice. I'm sure there's a little dog or something there. Oh, no, it's a little mouse hiding. Lovely. And I've got little bits of stuff here all over. I'm just going to have to hope they pull up.
You
little black
Rhonda,
bits.
you should learn companion planting. Marigolds with tomatoes. Do not put cucumbers near tomatoes.
Why not?
They don't like each other. There's something in them. They don't like each other. Although I've had them in the same garden, but not right next to each other.
I've had them in the same greenhouse, and they were fine until last year when the cucumbers got cucumber mosaic virus and seemed to have an effect on the tomatoes a bit as well. Not as much, but they weren't happy. Don't think I'm going to grow tomatoes this year. Don't really want to. I'm not eating so many tomatoes as I was, and I just think it's a waste, and it's so much effort. And I don't think I'm up for it this year. Not with everything else going on. So anyway, let's go back to the last one.
I love tomatoes. I just made a tomato galette with phyllo dough and feta cheese and shredded cheddar cheese.
What should we pull this one with?
Be bold.
Bold.
I meant you. Magenta? Be bold. Be bold. Just follow your intuition and be bold and magenta. You keep pulling magenta.
I'm sorry.
No, put that back. Go for something else. Okay. Let me see. Let me go through my list. Let me go through my mind. What do we have? Paline maroon.
Paline maroon. Oh.
Deep turquoise. It's a Galleria.
Oh, really? I was looking in the wrong pot. Oh, something's fallen down and I'm hurting it. It's my book I wanted to show you. Mustn't do that. Just a second. I've got it. Got it. Now, there was something else falling down over here. Magazine. What have I got there?
Or I could suggest Indian yellow with red iron oxide. That's a good mix.
That's a good one. Indian yellow with red iron oxide. Hello, red iron oxide, where are you?
Let me see. Golden fluid teal and golden, well, that's heavy body. You did mix it. Golden heavy body red medium.
I'm still trying to find the first one.
Oh, the yellow?
The red iron oxide.
Oh.
Where's the red iron oxide gone?
Did I write down? Yeah, it's golden, transparent.
No, it is. I'm just trying to find it.
Oh, purple and yellow, or light violet. Me too, Diane. I love to eat them right off the plant.
I've got so many quinacridons now of various types. They're getting in the way. How about quinacridone violet and Indian yellow hue? Because I can find them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meant to be. There's some color there. That's okay. Close enough, huh, Beth? Violet and yellow.
No. Yeah. I'll have a look. It'll turn into mud, I bet you. Ouch.
Bethy, are you streaming tonight with anybody? I saw what you did the other night, and then I saw it posted in your group.
What a mess that one was. Look at that. I'm absolutely filthy.
Uh-huh.
Let's give us a bit of a wipe. Don't really want a yellow.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if you or Dana, you were streaming with Dana or Becca or anybody. Crazy bingo tomorrow night. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's have a look and see what that all comes to.
That's not very much for you.
No, I might need a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep those two handy, just in case. Because doubtless.
So you're 2 minutes from, or you're 7 minutes from 2 hours. So you got 7 minutes. Wow. So you got 7 minutes to do this one and the next one, and we'll have to let them set.
Mm-hmm. But that's rather nice. I mean, I'm glad I did those two. I'm glad I couldn't find the ones I was looking for, because that would have been the same as usual. But this is interesting. Yes, very. I've got a bit of this paper. I'm going to have to move this out of the way for a moment, because I'm...
Hold on to your seats. I said, hold on to your seats. We all took a swing, and we're back.
Sorry if I made anybody seasick. Just wanted to get the paper on as close to that edge as I could, so that I've got the chance of using the other piece of paper, because it was quite expensive. This, and it's white cartridge, 160G, so and an A2 size. So might have enough for another sheet there. I'm not going to cut it yet. I'll do that when it's pulled. So we'll do the same with the other. You want to have a look?
Yeah, I want to have a look. Rhonda, I love your little profile R. I really think that's cool. That is really cool. There's like a giraffe in there, or a little prairie dog with his head sticking up. Yeah, see, you saw it too.
Yeah. It's certainly interesting. Got some nice crackles going on there as well, and some nice crazing down here. It's looking rather good. Let's try the other one. I'm not sure if it'll be ready, but we'll try.
Did you draw it, Rhonda? Good color choices.
Well, it was more like, these are the ones I can find. We'll use them.
So we won't see these pulls until Monday.
I think, actually, that I am out of red iron oxide in high flow, because I used it up. I can't find another one, but I have ordered more. It's just going to take a while to get here.
Yeah. Okay, well, you can lay this one down, and then we'll that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do our stream. So I can go ahead and thank everybody for being here today. Another slow, draggy day with the excitement at the end.
Just about. dry enough. We're very careful putting it on. So what do we put on this one? How about something with copper?
She's gonna grab the copper. All right.
Copper. Looking for copper. Looking for copper.
Copper and teal.
Well, I've got cobalt turquoise, which is close in the high flow.
Okay.
I've got a little tiny bit of the copper there.
Not yet. Not yet.
to-
Yeah, give Tommy a hug from me, will you? I'm looking forward to seeing what he did today.
Here we are. Yes, I thought I had some more. Iridescent copper fine. Good-o.
Good.
Right. Let's have a fair bit of the copper. Oh, I've got to peel off the gunginess at the top. See, I don't think there's anything but drip in there.
Well,
Few drips, I don't know.
there you go.
Not too
That's
bad.
good. There's enough.
Might even be a bit more left there.
Yeah.
So what was the other one I can use? Oh, yes. Cobalt turquoise.
Yep.
It's not quite opaque, but it's a little tiny bit transparent, but not as much as that other one was.
Well, that's where I went with the red iron oxide. It was transparent, but yeah, I'm trying to remember when you last pulled it. If you didn't say you needed some.
Yeah. Well, I've used transparent red iron oxide in this form, but not in the high flow. I've used it in high flow, but I've only got a very little bit of it left. But I can't find the other one to go with that. Because it's there. Oh, there we go. I'm looking in the trolley and it's there. Guess what? Right in front of me.
It's right in front of you. It's over there. Oh, I think this is going to be a good choice.
And I think I want to add a little bit of this as well. Because I think that teal is a little close. That cobalt turquoise.
Ooh.
Close to the... Yeah.
You want to shake it?
Yeah, I was just taking the top bit off.
Very wet plate.
Hopefully. Not put a lot of that in, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, here she goes. Here she goes. Wow. I'll tell you, knowing that that's vegetation down there, these are good colors.
Maybe I've got that vibe going on in my head.
Yeah. And you kept it in one direction. Right, Beth? It's like 4th of July. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. And they're selling even. I like the colors.
Another one of them. That's what I want. Another one of them. These are both 12 by 14s, these. Sorry if I got in your way. I've certainly got paint on my arm, as well as my hands. Again, this is the white cartridge, 160 GSM, A2 size. I didn't want to use that rag paper that I was using on the inks on it, because it's quite thick and got a lot of texture in it. May not pick up all that much, but we must give it a try sometime.
Okay.
Where's my doodah? Come on, doodah.
Where's that Baron?
Where's my doodah? I just want to pick these inks up because I've just disturbed them and I don't want them leaking out on the paper. In their little pots. Their little plastic pots.
And we get a sneak peek, don't we?
Yes, I will turn it over for you.
We'll turn it over and say our goodbyes.
I thought, got to have a look at the book.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That lamp is glaring right in the wrong place. Move your lamp. There you go.
There you go.
Very nice. She unplugged us. Don't go away, everybody. She'll be back. Come back, Fran. I have the power. Do 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 abracadabra. Bring her back. She'll be back. I promise she'll be back. Not going anywhere until she comes back. She has to realize she's gone first. Here, you can look at my tabletop. Googly eyes. Fran, come back. There she is.
Hello?
What? You hit your cord and knocked yourself out, I think.
I must have hit something, yeah.
Yep.
So, I was just saying, isn't that the giraffe? I think. And there's that nice tansy. Anyway, these are the two books that I wanted to show. Paper making with garden plants and common weeds. Now, Helen Hebert is in the US, so this is mostly US plants, and she talks about things like poison oak and poison ivy and so forth, which we don't, as far as I know, have here. But there we are. You know, don't use them, in other words. And the other book is this, Earth and Pigments. And again, this is an American book, so it's more relevant to American country, you know, where you can find all these rocks and things. I'm hoping I can find some around here, but I don't know. But it's really interesting. Talks about pastel crayons and wax crayons and cold wax medium, modelling paste, casein and wheat-based modelling paste, casein or milk paint, glare. I have no idea what glare is. It's a binder made from egg whites, blah, blah, blah.
So you can't find the plant specifically, but the technique to make it, you could still do that with other plants.
Yeah, except that this is not using plants. It's using earth pigments.
I mean, earth, yeah.
Yeah, rocks and things.
Well,
but the thing is, like I said a little while ago, I can't remember who I was talking to. It was in one of the answers to one of the threads. You can buy ochres. That's what earth pigments are, really. Ochres and similar rocks. Anything that you can grind on another rock. You know, you've got a bit of granite and you put your rock you've just found and see if it will make a mark on it. And if it will, then that's a good one. And but you can buy ochres. I can go to Blinken Jackson's and get pigments from them, but it feels so much like cheating. So much like it's not the point, you know. Well, they're getting it from some ochre mine in Africa or somewhere, and it's gone through loads of processes and everything. And I just like the idea of picking up a rock and using it.
You and Ian need a day trip, just a day trip, not overnight, just a day trip away, and you could take Rufus for a car ride and go down near the beach or somewhere and look for some.
Yeah, see what might be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good idea. Might not have too much because it's probably all worn away being on the beach, but it's a thought. It's a thought. Like we could always go down somewhere, find somewhere we could stay in Dorset and go to the coast. What do they call it? It's where Mary Anning found all those dinosaurs.
Oh, it's where they make the Dorset buttons, which is what I do. I love.
Same area. There's a name for it. There's something or other coast, and it's not prehistoric. It's not megalithic. It's one of those words meaning an ancient era, and it's a particular one. I can't remember it. I can't. Sorry, guys. So this has got lots of things in here. You can make shifu threads. I don't know what they are. So this is something fascinating to read. Other ways to record pigments in the field, gathering and processing. It's a lovely, lovely book. It really is beautiful.
And
I could going back to the Sultanate of Oman, and where they've got all those beautiful colours in the rocks, those rainbow colours that we loved so much.
And the sediment, yeah. And says I cut an article out about dying with soil, and I thought of Fran.
Yes, yes.
See, now the paper making one is the one.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, it does talk about lots of things you can do. There's quite a lot of intense detail in here. I don't frankly think you need quite that much, because I've made paper before in the backyard, in back garden we call it, and used things from the garden. I even used some cloth from a pair of jeans. So I've made jean material into paper, and old bits of paper from here and everywhere. It's talking about collecting woody bast fibre and treating it in all these different ways that you've got to do before you use it. And don't think it's really necessary. Maybe with some of the particular fibres she's talking about, sure. But if I'm going to go out in the back garden and pick some lily leaves, or there was another one she was talking about that I've definitely got some of. Was it before or after that? Sedge, rush, grass. No, it wasn't those.
Well, I've found her. She has a blog, she has a YouTube channel, and she has a Facebook.
There was a couple of fibres she mentioned that I thought, yes, because you don't need to do much to them, you see. Lilies is one. Yes. What else? Let's have a look. Is there an index? Iris is another.
I have a patch of irises. I'm going to grab them when they after they bloom fully.
Good idea. Yes. Because even when they've got a bit dry, they're brilliant for this, according to her instructions. So yes, I think this is quite an interesting book. I mean, it tells you all that intense stuff about how people in other countries make paper, how the Japanese go to intense trouble to make fantastic paper, and about all the machinery that is available in the industry, and somebody made a custom built something or other. There's a Hollander beater came in to help things, how to pulp test, shake it and see if it's so you can still see bits. If you can, you haven't thumped it enough. If you just see a sort of dusty look in your jar, it's good enough. But I used a blender for some of it, I seem to remember, and some of it just turned into mush of its own accord. So you don't want to use anything too woody, I think, is the basic thing, because there's so much. You can use it, but there's so much preparation required if you're using woodyish things, and there's certain parts of it you can use and other bits you can't. Like you've got to strip the bark off, then take the next layer off, and that second layer is the bit you want, not the bits either side, and all this kind of stuff. So there's lots to it. But look at these lovely things. Look, she's made beautiful patterns out of fleshy plants. That looks almost like cucumber, that, or perhaps orange or something. And there was one where there was there was a page here where she didn't tell you about it, but it was there as a sort of, this is what you can get up to if you work with these things. Maybe just before the one I'm looking at. So that's just before that. Let's have a look. No, not that one. But you can see some of these fibrous plants that work so well.
And now I'm looking at celery in a new light.
Yeah, you never know. There we are. That's what I was talking about. These sort of bits. It looks like it looks like potato or something.
Or apple.
And there, I don't know what it is. It could be apple, yes. But wonderful things. So I just want to know, what are these? And how did you get those? You know, she's yeah, interesting. So interesting. There's a couple of interesting books.
To her blog. And here's the link to her YouTube channel. And
I think
here's,
onions.
huh?
I think this is onions, sliced onions. It's not the skins, it's the actual slice, because you can see the concentric rings. I just wanted you to be able to see that, so I took the light off.
Yep, I like that. I like that. I wrote both those down. I'm interested in the paper making one though, more than the dirt one.
Oh, I so want to be able to go and pick up my own supplies, you know, just out of the ground.
Well, you and Ian are overdue for time away. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You've been.
Well, we can't go at the moment because things are building to a climax with 3 different things.
I know.
With Gwyn and with the beam and with the path. So I've got to be here for that. So all of those. Goodness knows when
and maybe put something, maybe make a room reserve or something.
Yeah, that might be nice. Yes. We'll have to sort of research a good place to go. I can just see Ian's face. We're going where to do what? We're bringing back what in the car?
I was always told if you can carry it, you can have it.
Well, you can't really take things from places.
Yeah,
you have to have permission
anymore either. But that was when I would go to Lake Superior Beach and driftwood and rocks. You could pick those.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, if I could carry it, I could have it. And in the my past life, I had tons of rocks, let me tell you.
Uh-huh. Well, we used to be able to do that. There's been a new law, so you can't do that in the UK.
Yeah.
You can't take away anything from a beach. Maybe from a wood, yeah, but not from a beach. So, and you can't dig up plants, root and all.
So Miriam says now she needs to choose between putting the basil on her jelly plate or her dinner plate.
Exactly. Okay, folks, I think we're done now. As Violet says, I've been too long. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll look at these, pull these when we come back next time. Okay. And we'll do a little bit more.
You have a good, safe weekend, and we'll see you Sunday in PMI to studio.
Bye bye, everybody. Here we go. We're going.
Bye bye.
Let me